It is assignment number 41. It's assignment 41, and actually it's going to be pretty easy. I don't want to do one of these here, but in fact, we'll go over here. We had just gotten done with multiplication of fractions. Division is very easy. If I'm doing number 17, and in fact, I'll go ahead and put number 17 down. Okay. Just so you have this example, but it's so easy. Let me see, how can I do this? 5. Yeah, again, with multiplication and division, you do not need common denominators. I could, however, get it, but I might just do that, but you don't have to copy this. Again, if I want to see how many 6/25 are in 3/5. So I could, if I wanted to, get a common denominator. Girls, get focused. Again, you don't need to write this down. And I could get a common denominator, and that would be 15 over 25. They don't teach this in the book because they don't usually do it this way. Okay. But once I have it with the common denominator, what's 25 divided by 25? 1. So I really don't need that. So my answer is 15, it's this top, divided by 6. Okay. Again, we're not going to do it this way because I'm going to show you a different way. And then go ahead and make that into a mixed number. How many 6s go into 15? 2. So 2 times 6 is 12. And how many are left over? 3. So there are 2.5, and I just wanted to show you, there are 2.5 6/25 in 3/5. Don't worry about that. I'm going to show you right now the easy way. All right. So you already know how to multiply. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to you leave the first fraction. You leave it as 3/5. You change, CHG, you change the division to a multiplication. And then you flip, who had this before? Okay, awesome. And then you flip this one to 25 over 6. And then you do just like you do in multiplication. You first reduce. I don't want to get big numbers by going across. Does anybody see anything on top? That will go into anything on the bottom. Yes, sir. Yeah. Now, and I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to do it where I take this 6 and I'm going to break it up into 3 times 2. Okay. So then I can see real easy. Cameron, do you need paper or pencil? No, I'm sorry, not Cameron. Is Dominic. Okay. All right, good. So 3 goes into 3. And then does the 5 go into the 25? Yes. Yeah. So this one I'm just going to divide through because you can either break it up or you can just divide. 5 goes into 5 once. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And I don't know why I'm getting something different over here. Well, I'm not actually. So 1 times 5 is 5 over 2. And then who knows what that's going to become? 2.5. 5 divided by 2, it goes in 2 times. Anything left over is going to be that same denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. So I've used 4 pieces to fill up the 2 boxes. And you're right, we've got 1 left over. And so we get the same answer. But this is the method that we're going to use. So let's look at just I don't want to look at that one. That's not a good one. But is that a good one? Yeah. So let's go ahead on your number 19. Okay. So on your number 19, first of all, let's get the sign. Who knows what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive. Very good. You're good with your signs. And then I call it dizzy division. So that'll help me remember it's dizzy. Somebody's going to flip. And it's the second guy. So you're going to leave, change, and flip the 5 over 6 to 6 over 5. And then can you see anything on the bottom that's going to go into anything on the top?
Yes.
And which one is it? The 3. So I'm going to divide both the 3 and the 6 by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. If there's nothing left to reduce, just like in multiplication, we go straight across. So what is this one going to be?
4/5.
4/5. And I need 5 to fill up my box. I've only got 4. So I cannot fill it. It's not going to be 1 and something or a mixed number. That is my final answer. And let me see, some of these are written a little weird. So, but I do need to expose you to them. Okay, let's go way down to the number 32. Okay. A negative times a negative is a positive. And a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Then, let's look at this one. All right, so on this one, who thinks they know what that is saying?
Division.
It's a division. So we're going to set it up as a division. So it's going to be, I might have to do it on my paper. So it's going to be 3/4 divided by, what is it divided by? 1/4. Now here's one by the way. I said that actually if you had a common denominator, like over here, 25 divided by 25 is 1, and then I just I just need to look at the top numbers and go 15 divided by 6, and we got that 2.5. So look at this one. That has a common denominator. Who thinks they know how many fourths are in 3/4? It's 3/4. What this is saying is you've got 3/4. How many fourths are in 3/4? 3. And again, if you have the same common denominator, I can cross them off. Whoops. And I just take the top numbers. What's 3 divided by 1? It's 3. Now I'm going to do it the way that the book is telling you. I'm going to leave. I'm going to change. And then I'm going to flip 4/1. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Can you see anything that's going to cross out right away? The 4. And so our answer is what?
3.
It's going to be 3 again. Okay. And that is it. So it's it's just the opposite of a multiplication. So let's look at if I have, okay. Oh, that's an easy one. What is that? What is that number on number 33? Is that a 12 on the top?
Yes.
Well, in fact, this one, okay, look carefully, girls. What's negative 12 over 1 divided by negative 12 over 1? 1. Very good. If you're dividing the same number by the same number, 7 divided by 7 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. Negative 12 over 1 divided by negative 12 over 1 is 1. That's it. So let's look at this one, number 34. I'm going to have to change that around, and I'm going to put it on my paper as, first of all, let's get the sign. What's a negative divided by positive? It's a negative. So we're done with the sign. And then I'm going to take 2/3 divided by 10 over 1. I'm going to take 2/3 divided by 10 over 1. And then dizzy division, what do you have to do? Yeah, you're going to leave. You're going to change it to a multiplication, and then you're going to flip that 10 over 1, which is called, by the way, the reciprocal. 1 over 10. And so, oh, is there anything, can we cross cancel anything?
No.
The 2 and the 10. So we're going to divide both of those by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Who thinks they know the final answer? 1 times 1 is 1 over 15. I think somebody said 15 over 1. So it's going to be 1 over 15. And then let's do this last one, and then we're going to start your worksheet. Okay. right? Then, so again, this is 7/9 divided by negative 2/3. What's a positive divided by negative? Negative. So we're done with the sign. So it's 7/9 divided by 2/3. And then I'm going to leave, change it to a what? To a multiplication, and then flip to the reciprocal. By the way, a reciprocal I didn't say, but a reciprocal is a number such that if I multiply it by the reciprocal, I will always get 1. I get 6/6, which is 1. If I take that 10/1 and multiply by 1/10, I get 10/10, which is 1. That is the definition of a reciprocal. Anyway, does anything reduce on this right here? But the 3, so 3 goes into that once. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So who knows what our answer is so far? So 7/6. Oh, and that, I only need 6 to fill it. Do I have at least 6? Yeah, very good. So I can fill one whole box, and you guys are getting good to recognize that there's going to be 1 left over. 1 times 6, I've used 6 pieces, and there is 1 left over. So it is going to be on that last one, a -1/6. -1 and 1/6. Okay. So I just wanted you to recognize how those look. And this one I think was 3. And then we're going to skip right over to, I want to be mindful of your time. We might just do one of the, you're not doing any of these 38. We're not doing any of those. Okay. Okay. Let me see what this B is. Oh. I don't think I want to do that. All right, we'll just do the 43. So on the 43, it says that you need to put the D there. What's the value of the D?
1/9.
So it's 1/9. Very good. And then it says divided by the B. And what's the B?
-3/4.
Very good. -3/4. So right away, do we know what the sign is going to be?
Yes.
What's the sign going to be? It's going to be a negative. So I'm going to go over to my paper because I don't think I have enough room, and I'm going to leave 1/9 divided by the 3/4. But this is a dizzy division, and so what do you have to do on a dizzy division? You're going to leave, change, and flip. All right, and here's my question. Can I reduce that 3 with that 9?
No.
Very good, because one has to be on top, it has to be separated by a division. So just go straight across. What's our answer? 4/27. And it needs 27 pieces to be filled. I only have 4. I can't fill it. So that is it. So we're done with this. So just know that you have to substitute those. So now we're going to go over to the fun part. These are fun. Okay. So let's see. Let's go down to this last column because these look kind of hard. Okay. I don't know how much we could do there. So I'm going to start with the letter N. All right. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and put, what should I put under the 7?
A 1.
A 1. And let me go ahead and get the sign. What's a negative times a positive? Negative. And when I bring it over on my paper, I'm going to leave. It's a dizzy division. Change. Oh, this is going to be easy answer. Leave, change, and flip. Instead of 7/1, it's going to be what?
1/7.
Okay. Can anybody see what the final answer is?
You know the paper cups?
What's that? I think it's on the second desk. -1/10. Because these can cross off 7 divided by 7. And there it is, 1/10. And you're going to find the 1/10. Wherever you see that, you're going to put the letter N.
On the 3rd row.
-1/10. You're going to put the letter N. So it should spell something out. Okay. All right. Then.
There's another one.
All right. Then the one right with the letter L. Okay. What's a positive divided by negative?
Negative.
Negative. And then it's a dizzy division, so what do you have to do?
Keep.
Leave, change, and flip.
Oh, yeah.
8 over 33. And again, this one, for some of you that need this, I can see there's a 4 in the 8 and the 12. So I'm going to, this time, just for some of you that like this better, I'm going to go ahead and break it out. 4 times 3 and 4 times 2. Okay. So what can I cross off so far?
4.
We can cross out a 4. And then does 11 go into 33?
Yeah.
So this one I'm just going to divide through. So 11 divided by 11 is 1. 33 divided by 11 is what? Is 3. Very good. All right. Then, can I cross off this 3 and this 3 on the bottom?
No.
Very good. I cannot. So who knows the final answer?
2.
Very good, Dominic. 2 ninths. Awesome. 2 over 9, because 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 3 is 9. And that is it. And then we're going to get our final answer from our friend to see if we're right, which is the answer bank. Negative 2 over 9. It is right here.
You should write this another A.
And there is, hold on, let me get this one. L, negative 2 ninths. That's this one's a positive, so I'm not going to do that one. Negative 2 ninths. And here's another one. And where's the other N?
This side now.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Okay, very good. And that is it. So these are pretty easy. I think they're pretty easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at, and I'm going to just do this a little bit different. What's a negative times a negative?
Positive.
It's a positive. And as I leave, change, flip, because it's a dizzy division, I think because I see a 5 and a 5, I think I'm going to break it up. Let me see if that's going to be easier for me. I'm going to make this a 9 times 5. You don't have to. And on the bottom, I'm just going to leave it as a 4. And then as I flip the 15 over 16 to go 16 over 15, I'm going to break up that 16 into 4 times 4. Is that the same thing? Over 15, how could I break up 15? 3 times 5. Okay. So then, if I do that, do you see anything that matches on top and bottom? The 5 and the 5. What else?
4.
1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. And you can break down the 3 and the 9. I didn't see that before, but 3 goes into 9, so we'll divide both of those by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So I'm going to kind of circle what's left. Who thinks I know what the answer is? 12, because it's 12 divided by 1, which is just 12. And do you see a 12 somewhere? Right here. So here we go. There's only one of those. Then we'll finish this up, and I think, because you guys have been so awesome today, I think we're going to make this easy. I think we could do that. Let's. In fact, I'm not going to do the rest of them. I'm just except for this one, the letter F. Okay. Okay. All right. So as I'm bringing this, I really don't have to. I can see 16 is going to go into 48. So I'm going to kind of leave it. Or do you want to break it down? I don't care. Just leave it? Okay. So leave, change, flip. Oh, what's negative divided by positive? Negative. You guys are good with your signs. So 48 over 9, leave, change to multiplication, and then flip. Instead of 16 over 1, 21 over 16. Does anybody see anything? What do you see?
16 can go to 48.
Yeah, start memorizing that, because if I've got 3 16s, that's going to be 18 and that comes to 48. 3 times 16 is 48. 3 times 15 would be 45, so know that that's very close. So 16 divided by 16 is 1. 48 divided by 16 is 3. Then do you see something else?
12 and 9. No.
So what goes in, is it 3 goes into both?
Yes.
Yeah, 3 goes into, doesn't 3 go into this? In fact, I can break this one up. If I can't see it, I'm going to break it up. All right. So in fact, just for some of you that are really kind of sharp and you can see this, what's 3 times 3?
9.
Don't I have a 9 right here?
Yes.
Which means, guess how many of those 3's I can cross off?
3. 2.
Both of them, yeah. So 3 times 3 is 9. Divided by this 9 is the 1. Who thinks they know the final answer?
7.
7. That's it. And was that a -7? Yeah. So you can always break it up a different way. We should all end up, though, with the same answer. So -7, and that's going to be the letter F and F. Okay. Okay. I thought I was going to give you 2 pages, but I don't think so. So I'm just going to have you finish the rest of this side, and we'll call it a day. The rest of the burning question. Okay? And that's all you need to do. Do you guys kind of get it?
Yes.
And just make sure that, like on the 3 here, you put a 1 under it, anything that's a whole number.